1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway.
Hello everyone. We'll be starting the session shortly as more participants are joining us, so stay tuned. Thank you very much.
to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100 plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100 plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500 plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100 plus authorized training partners and 50 plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000 plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development.
Hello, everyone. We'll be starting a session now. Just let me share my screen again. I hope my screen is visible to you all. And thank you very much for joining today's first session. I welcome you all to GSDC Certified Learning AI Leadership Mastery with a theme that is Lead the AI Revolution, Master the Art of AI Leadership for Transformative Impact. So I'm really excited to host our new webinar series that is scheduled from today till 19 September 2025 with the time slot that is 8:30 a.m. Central and 9:30 p.m. Singapore time. So please do join us as we have this wonderful panel of speakers aligned for this entire webinar series, and we'll be having a 60-minute of impactful session followed by 15 minutes of Q&A. So please do join us for all the sessions that are upcoming. And today we'll be having with us Amit Kumar Soni. He's a Global Learning Solution Capability Head ICC at PepsiCo, and he'll be presenting the topic that is Leading AI-Driven Change, Creating an Organization Ready for the Future. So before I could hand over the session to him, I would love to introduce our hosting organization. We known as Global Skill Development Council. We are vendor agnostic, vendor neutral. We are globally recognized certification body, and we are accredited by NSI and ABICB. We do have 100 plus certification portfolio with us, and we have certified more than 250,000 professionals worldwide, and we have 500 SMEs. Those are subject matter expert, industry experts. They work with us closely to design our deliverables. They're affiliates from top universities like Stanford, Harvard, and MIT. Also, we are associated with 1,000 multinational corporates and 500 Fortune companies. And I'm very proud to inform you all that we do have 100 plus authorized training partner across the globe. We do have partner in Asia, Africa, Canada, America, and many other countries. So would love to thank you, those who have joined us through our training partner channel. In case if you're looking for any training program for yourself, I'll be sharing the link in the chat box. So you can reach out to our training partner to inquire about the same. A special thanks to our official media partner, World Press Hub, for covering all our events and press releases. As I mentioned earlier in my previous slide, that we do have 100 plus certification portfolio, which includes certification on generative AI, agentic AI learning and development professional, certifications on ISO, PMO professionals, generative AI and project management, cybersecurity, risk and compliance, and so on. So if you're looking for any of this certification in order to upskill yourself, you can definitely reach out to our learning advisor to get more details on this. Also, you can explore our website, that is www.gsdcouncil.org, to get more details on this. Also, what all benefits you'll be getting if you opt out a certificate from GSDC. You will be a GSDC's member for a lifelong, and with that, you will be getting certificate upgrade, and you will be having access to all our workshop, boot camps, events that we do conduct, and guess what? You'll be having access to all our exclusive learning program that we do offer, and also you'll be getting implementation resources, speaker invite, and newsletter. Isn't it great? So do grab this opportunity and sign up yourself for amazing certification program that we do have with lots of benefits. Okay, without any further delay, I would love to tell you all more about Amit. So, Amit is a global head of learning solution at PepsiCo, ICF PCC certified leadership coach, and author of Mindful Intelligence. He holds formal education in artificial intelligence and machine learning and works extensively on applying AI for leadership and learning transformation. With 19 years of experience across Salesforce, Expedia, Lupin, Wipro, and L&T. He now leads a 60-member global team driving AI-powered learning at scale. His research and practice focus on combining AI, neuroscience, and mindfulness to build focus, resilience, and future-ready leaders. Recognized with the 2025 L&D Leadership Award and named among the top 5 global AI in L&D heads. Amit has delivered leadership and mindfulness program to over 30,000 professionals worldwide. It's very delighted to have you, Amit, today with us for the session. You can take the virtual speaker now. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much. Can you hear me properly, everyone? Can you just raise your hands in the reaction mode? All right. I can see Sagar there. All right. Wonderful. So let me share my screen, everyone. Thank you so much. And thank you, Preetham, for introducing me, and thank you for having me here. So do let me know if you're able to see my screen right now. Can you see my screen, everyone? Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm opening the chat. Okay, wonderful. Great. Welcome, everyone. Today's presentation on leading AI-driven change and creating an organization ready for the future. I'm Amit Kumar Soni, and I'm thrilled to be with you today. You can find me on social media on the name of Amit Soni underscore AI, because somewhere I'm more focused on the AI nowadays, and I'm learning a lot, and I'm implementing in various ways. My background uniquely positions very well, because I graduated as an engineer, and I am an AI advocate of AI for good. Somewhere that's the reason I'm here to give you some of the very crucial information today from this particular presentations. Uh, so little bit of more about me, like my education, my background. So I'm also doing one of the core mission in my life is mind first, future ready, because we are going so fast in that world of AI. There are so much of changing today. Are we ready for that or not? Or how my mind is getting ready? So one of the area which I am also like fundamentally believe in, that success in the age of AI starts with developing stronger and more adaptive minds. That's exactly why my work integrates AI, neuroscience, and mindfulness into the practical frameworks for leadership, le learning, and well-being. I've been various keynote speakers where I was talking about future of learning, AI in learning, AI in leadership, neuroscience. So in this session, in this 1 hour, I'm going to give you some of the crisp based on my research. I think I've been doing the research a lot. I've gone ahead with read about 1,500 different companies and how they are operating in the world of AI right now. And this particular session is going to give you something on that specific side of it. So today, you will be going to get very specific knowledge which you can implement. So I am coming from that like engineering mindset turned into the L&D professional and become a ICF certified coach, and now done my PG in the AI ML, and now I'm also doing that AI course on the fellowship, which I'm also integrating on the PhD side of it. So I'm a lot of learning in this space, and somewhere I'm going to use some of my experience and some of the case studies into this particular session. So this is going to be more practical session for you. So I won't want to bore you with some theoretical information you will find already on the internet. So this is going to be more practical. So what I will be going to cover in this particular session mostly is, so here's my commitment for you. No more AI confusion, just clear action. Our agenda is structured around four crucial components that will transform your understanding and approach to that AI leadership. First, we will conduct a reality check of our current AI landscape, helping you understand exactly where you stand versus where you need to be. This isn't about a judgment, it's about like clarity and honest assessment of your organization's current position. So we will be doing that. Second, I'll share the framework, which is proven three-pillar transformation model covering strategy, operation, and people. This framework is built on analyzing successful and failed AI transformations across the industries and organizations. So I've done a lot of research. I have found, okay, these three things works very well in the across the industries. So that's something you're gonna learn as well. Third, we will examine real lessons through detailed success stories. So I will be sharing some of the lesson learned, and specifically you will learn from Morgan Stanley's remarkable efficiency gains. And there is a company called Forward Health's expensive mistakes, understanding the pattern that predict success or failure. So how you can use those case studies. And then finally, we will build your action plan. So you will be going to get specific 90 days exclusive checklist that you can take back to your organizations and begin implementing immediately. This will include role assignments, timelines, and success metrics, everything. Since I'm coming from that mindset, so I can try to connect everything which can give you most value out of this session. So throughout our time together, we will have interactive elements, including some kind of polls, some discussions, like some commitment exercise to ensure this is just not a passive consumption, but also make sure that you are gonna get that active like transformation planning. Are you excited? Can you say yes to go ahead, and I'll just launch the poll for you. I want to hear it out. Yes, till now. Great. So we okay. Wonderful. Great. So I can see there is a like we have somewhere around, oh, okay, it's 171 audience. That's great. It's a good audience to be in here. All right. Let's do a small poll, and I may request to Preetham to launch that poll for everyone.
Sure, Amit, I'll do that.
So
Here
so
we
I
go.
so this poll, I want you to brutally honest in your assessment. Where does your organization currently stand? Are you in that exploring phase where you are running pilots and experimenting? Are you in the developing phase with some development deployment happening already? Have you reached the scaling phase with organization-wide initiatives? Or you are among the few who have achieved the leading phase where AI provides genuine competitive advantage? Okay, I can see there are 40% in the A and B, I think exploring and developing. Wonderful. Okay, and then we have few people also on that leading phase. Wonderful. Let's give another few seconds to this poll so we can get around like 60% participations already. Wonderful. I can see now developing is the phase, and so the competition between exploring and developing. That sounds interesting. All right. So I'll be sharing this result as well with you guys. So you can also see the result in just few seconds. All right. Okay. So we're gonna pause the poll now and we'll see and share this result with you so you can take it back in this audience. So I'll be customizing the session according to this poll result as well. So I'll be emphasizing some of the areas like exploring and developing because I can see the larger audience are sitting here. So this session is going to be more like dynamic in nature. So you will get more insights into that. Of course, for scaling and leading as well. So I'm just stopping this poll right now and you can sharing the result as well. So you can see the result, the screen. So we have 41% people in this group is in the stage of the organization in the developing. We have 37, which is an exploring. I think though it's roughly around 74% in this audience is in the first and second category. And rest of the audience, somewhere around 30% audience is somewhere around scaling and leading. So that's a very good audience to be in. And people who are coming from exploring and developing or scaling, you will all find something in this particular poll. So this was my question, and I just wanted to give you. So we are somewhere into the stage where we will be focusing more on exploring and developing, and I will be customizing my presentation while sharing about these areas as well. Wonderful. All right. So before I go next slide, I will be giving you some of the data which is eye-opening. Some of the data which you've been, so I have combined more than like 50 research in last 2 years, like 2024 or 25, and kind of prepared this whole presentation and this particular session for you. So you can get more out of this session. So I will be sharing some of the research and I will be sharing this deck with you. Don't worry. So if you want, if you ask some questions about, can you share this deck? Because it has a very extensive, like the materials which I prepared and curated only for this audience. So you can get it through and then you can also have it. But so my only ask and request for you is now I'm going to get into this journey, like where I will be sharing some of the things as good, positive or negative, and then we'll jumping into the 4 stages which I shared in the agenda slide. So just follow the journey. So we'll gain out more out of it from this session. Are you ready for that? I want to see yes on the chat if you can type. Wonderful. So let's make this session more interactive, not like typical webinar. I just wanted to make sure that you are gaining something. And we will also have the question and answer lastly. So if you'll be having some questions in between, feel free to write. So we have Preetham in this session. She will take care of all the questions and we can have at the end of the session. Wonderful. Great. So let's move into the next segment. Let's start with exciting news about AI. And I can call this AI adoption momentum. The data shows in this particular slide we have reached through critical masses in AI adoption, and the numbers are remarkable. 92% of companies plan to increase their AI investments over the next 3 years, and isn't a speculative investment. This represents unprecedented organizational commitment to the transformational technologies. Generative AI usage has doubled in just 10 months, and it is going to be more faster, with 65% of organizations now regularly using Gen AI at the least one business function. This represents one of the fastest technology adoption in the business history till now. Faster than the internet, faster than the mobile technology, faster than the cloud computing. So you can see how fast this industry is booming right now. Early adopters are achieving 2.4 times productivity gains compared to their peers. This isn't marginal improvement, this is a transformational impact. And the global AI market is experiencing explosive growth from 391 billion today to the projected like 3.68 trillion by 2024, which representing a compound annual growth rate of 19.7%. Isn't it amazing? And these statistics are coming from multiple research. The momentum is real, and and it is also measurable and accelerating rapidly. But now let me share the reality check that most AI discussions or presentations or any of the forum, where while adoption is the widespread, scaling AI successfully remain as an enormous challenge for most of the organizations, and that statistics are so sobering. I'm gonna show you some of those statistics here. Only 21% of the organization have actually redesigned their workflows to effectively embed AI into their operations. You know what? Just 1% describe their AI deployment as a fully matured, meaning AI is truly integrated with substantial, measurable business outcome. And I've seen that poll. I think some of the folks are already in this group. They are already getting into this 1%. And here's the most critical, like 70% of AI implementation failure stems from people and process issues, not the technology's issues. This isn't about having better algorithms or more powerful computers. It's about organizational readiness and transformation capabilities. The average timeline for pilot to production exceed 18 months. You will be saying, Amit, really? Yes, it's a research, and which is simply unsustainable in the today's competitive environment, because we are living so fast, right? Like so much of technology advancement are happening today. So technology isn't the barrier of AI success. Organizational transformation is the real challenge. And the fundamental message is clear. The gap between adoption and success scaling is exactly what we are here to solve today. So I'm going to share some of those things. Before we move to solution, we must address some of the most important implementations ignorance. The significance of amplification of risk that comes from with the AI adoption. I think this isn't a mean of discouraging you. It's just like we mean to ensure your approach AI transformational with appropriate risk management. So the cybersecurity landscape has become substantially more complex. 73% of organizations experience AI-related security incidents. And that's nearly 3 out of the 4 organizations facing new types of security challenges. And I was talking with someone of the cybersecurity recently, and one of very close friend of mine, and he spoke with a lot of TED speaker, and he's talking about how the cyber crime is happening in that, just breaching that AI. If you say, oh, I am just running that AI as a pilot, maybe you're losing some of the breaches and where people can enter to the organization. And nowadays, this because of the advancement the nano banana and all of those stuffs, it is so real. Like you can't differentiate it is real or that AI differentiated. The videos are so real, the voice clonings are so real, and you are able to get all of the context of the information. So it's so real, right? So and the financial impact is severe. Like the average AI breach cost like 4.88 million, which is huge, which is like 23% higher than traditional data breaches. And this increases cost reflect on the complexity, scope of AI related security incidents. And regulatory enforcement is intensifying as well, right? Regulatory fines for AI bias and privacy violations are average of 2.1 millions. Like, yeah, that's also, so data comes from world. So this all data comes from the World Economy Forum, and I've been reading all of this report. Now, technology is changing very fast, and I'm moving into the people side of it. So I know the challenges part, the what is the adoption part, the scaling part. Now let's move about the people side of it, right? So we are living in that world of competitive advantage, and this is getting very narrowing right now, right? And here is the strategic reality that should inform your like urgency around AI transformation. So we are actually, I'm going to share some line, and you will be feeling, wow, is it really true or not, right? We are actually facing the leadership readiness crisis at this exact moment, where transformation speed matter most, and the competitive implications are severe. Statistics tell a compelling story, like 70% of data leaders fears their organization will lose competitive advantage by not adopting AI fast enough. Yet 41% of senior leaders feels prepared to lead this transformation effectively. But meanwhile, 82% view generative AI is their primary level of organization level. What does it mean for me, right? So first movers in the AI are achieving 2 to 6 times higher shareholders returns compared to the organization that lag in the AI adoption. Very simple. This isn't about being first to the experiment. Remember, this isn't about being to the first experiment with AI. It's about being first to successfully transform your organization with AI. I think most of you can agree with this line. This is going to be important. So the key insight here is that this is about speed of transformation, not about speed of adoption. And your competitors aren't waiting for competitive intelligence is critical, right? While many organizations are still building perfect strategies, competitors are moving aggressively. So this is also interesting findings which I was doing it, right? Like 34% of organizations report that competitors have already have already gained meaningful market shares through AI initiatives nowadays. And the transformation window for securing or enhancing the market position is estimated around 18 to 16 months, which you saw on the previous slide. So this is about creating the fear. It is about creating that appropriate urgency. The reason I shared these 3 slides, I just want to give you the data, where are we right now and where are we moving. So the organization that treat AI transformation as a strategic imperative are the ones that will define their industries for the next decade. Now, enough talking about data, Now I'm moving into the second phase where I call the solutioning phase. And I will give you some of the pillar like framework. You will be feeling like, Ahmed, is it really worth it? Because you're not including some of the critical element. You will definitely counter that. But I'm going to give you very, very specific reason for that. Right? All right, let's move to the 3-pillar framework. And this is research-backed transformation model. And this solution that will transform how you approach AI in your organization. And so I have done a lot of work in this space, and after analyzing transformation patterns across more than 1,500 organizations worldwide, I have identified 3 fundamental pillars that constantly separate AI winners from the losers. And I'll give you some examples in the couple of slides as well. But let's talk about those pillars. The first pillar talks about strategic foundation, which encompasses vision, leadership alignment, and the ROI clarity. This is about ensuring your initiatives are strategically driven, not technology driven. Right? Second pillar is operational excellence, which is more about covering governance, data quality, infrastructure. This addresses the operational backbone that enables sustainable AI scaling. And the third pillar is human transformation, focusing on skills. So that is the area which I'm doing my research, like the mind side of it. Okay, are we really gaining up with the advancement of the technologies as well? Are we? Because recently I wrote on the article on the pencil, right? The pencil. So human psychology is still evolving. If we write through the pencil or pens, we learn faster. If you type something, we still learn slower. So the intensity of learning also is the ancient way which we've been running like 400 years. So it was like 400 years newsletter which I've shared is the methodology from the 4 years old methodology is still working. That should be continued. So focusing on skills, culture, and change management, and that is where we are going to talk more about this. This recognize that people, not algorithms, drives AI success. Algorithm will be algorithm unless people are not skilled to it. So that's where the prompt engineerings are very prominent nowadays. Everybody is talking even I have developed like 50 lines of prompts to create some kind of automations, and that's also very big complex problems. But in that level, I have to upgrade the skills, that human transformation. And did you remember in our previous slide, one of the research shows that 70% of AI implementation failure stem from people and process issues, not the technical problems or lack of sophisticated algorithm, right? So that is where AI readiness required mastery across this three dimension. And I'm going to share more about that. The first one, let me start with the strategic foundation pillar, with the foundational. So this is like a one of the fundamental truth that many organizations struggles to accept. If your CEO isn't personally accountable for AI outcomes, your transformation will likely stall before the reaching the meaningful scales, unless your top leaders are not using that AI. I've also recently enrolled myself for one of the AI journalist fellowship program, which is 6 month program, and I've been learning a lot about architectural point of view, and I've been implementing in just trying and testing, and one of the things I found in that particular study, that nowadays the companies are opening as a one person billionaire $1 billion companies. One person is running $1 million companies. You don't have teams. You just have one person, and rest taken care by the automation by the AI. Right? So the strategic foundation required three critical components. In this slide, you can see the first is C-suite ownership. This means CEO and board level AI strategy governance. When the CEO personally owns AI strategy, budget conversation changes and resource allocation changes. And then most importantly, organization behavior changes at the every level. And the second is ROI framework. Generally, we don't talk about ROI because generally people are thinking about, oh, that should come later when we see the benefit. But actually, this is establishing the concrete value measurement methodology before the implementation begins, not after. Too many organizations launch AI pilot hoping to find value later. But my dear folks, winners define success metrics first, then building systematically towards those outcomes. And the third component is like very, very specifically nowadays, who is the sponsorship, like executive sponsorship, specific accountability for transformation outcomes assigned at the executive levels. Someone at the C-suite must wake up and every day responsible for AI transformation progress, not just technology, but like everything. And research consistently find that identify leadership alignment as a top 3 predictor of AI scaling success. Are you with me, everyone? Like pillar 1, I'm moving into the pillar 2 right now. Can you say yes on the chat so I can take some kind of, okay, yes, I can see a yes out there already. Wonderful. Yeah, I can see while seeing the yes. I will be sharing some business examples, don't worry, in the later slides. So you will have that. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Great. All right. So this is pillar B, and which is like you can think about pillar, it is still mentioned, just give me a moment. Yeah, so pillar B is more about strategic foundation. When I say the strategic foundation, which means understand that complexity required for sustainable AI scaling. It's not the glamorous headlines graving part of AI transformation, but it's absolutely essential for moving beyond science project of business solution. So this pillar requires three critical infrastructure components. One is the AI ready data, and everybody should be agreed today in this forum. Data is the new oil for AI, right? The high quality data, accessible, governed data, architectural that can help support AI at scale. Here is the reality check. Your AI system are only as good as your data quality. Simple. Accessibility and the governance. If you lose this side, your AI system will lose it. So many organizations discover their data isn't that AI ready only when they are attempt to scale beyond their initial pilots. Second important component is the ethics governance. And nowadays, a lot of people are talking about ethics side of it, right? And AI ethics brought not only like boards with the technical, legal, or business expertise working, but also it is also more than that. So here is the telling statistics around like 88% of leading companies now communicate openly about their AI uses and have formal ethics oversight. This isn't because they are risk averse, it's because they understand that responsible AI practices, which is very prominent nowadays, prevent costly mistakes, regulatory penalties, and reputation damage. And it is very high risk if you miss this particular side of it. And the third one is component in ML ops infrastructure. So I have done this AI ML program. I heard that, like, in my experience, ML is very, very important. Like, cloud-based scalable model deployment platform that enables continuous integration, deployment of AI models. This is the technical plumbing that allows you to deploy, monitor, update, manage AI models at the enterprise scale. Because without robust ML ops capabilities, you remain stuck with the isolated science project rather than integrated business solutions. And the success indicator for this pillar is straightforward. Robust governance framework consistently predict long-term sustainability and scaling success. And the pillar C is more about where I need to challenge conversational thinking about AI investment, because the most organization get their resources allocation completely backwards, right? Like, so like what happens, human transformation comes in the last. Oh, we will upskill our team, we'll hire more people, we'll make that, let's start with the AI pilot and then we'll gradually increase. The typical approach is to spend 80% of AI budget on the technology software licenses and computing infrastructure, consulting fees, and 20% on the people. Successful AI adopter flip this ratio entirely using that I call the 70-20-10 rule, which you can see in the bottom, which is like 70% of resource invested in the people, process, transformation, 20% in the infrastructure or platform, and the only 10% algorithms and AI tools nowadays. Why this seemingly like counter initiative like allocation? Because the World Economic Forum research shows that 39% of current workplace skills will be transformed or become completely obsolete by 2030. Your workforce needs fundamental capability, and you've been hearing a lot of noise about, oh, your AI will replace you, or this will happen, your job will be getting. It's already happening right nowadays, right? So human transformation requires three interconnected component. First is like AI literacy programs, which is very important, and all many organizations are already having it. Organization-wide success development, and the second is more about change champion network, which is like influential advocate positioning strategic across the departments who can accelerate AI benefit into the language that resonate with their specific teams and the problem statements, because change for everyone is different. And I will show you when I will be sharing the roles and responsibility part of this as well. So that couple of slides you will see, Amit, I know you're talking more on this, but what is in it for me? So you will get exactly, you can take the screenshot of those two slides and you will get so much of this particular 1 hour session. Third, of course, I just mentioned about proper resource allocation, like 70-20-10 model, right? And success pattern for this particular side of it is leading organizations investment most resources in human transformation, which means the success pattern is leading the organization consistently invest more of their AI resources in the human. So if you are able to use that human side more effectively, I think it is going to be more successful. Now let's move into the case study, and I think this is one of the favorite case study of mine. I think I've been reading a lot of research papers, and I found this is coming in most of the side of it. So this the challenge is very classic knowledge work efficiency here. So there is a like, you know, Morgan Stanley is very well, right? Like, so it is a well, so what they have done is the wealth advisor were spending too much of time searching through the vast document repositories for the client information and investment research. So what was happening is, because of that, leaving the insufficient time for their high value activity that actually drives revenue building, relationship, and providing strategic advice to the clients. So what Morgan Stanley does it like, so they did transformation. So they transform the advice search efficiency from 20 to 80%. That's a fourfold improvement in the critical daily workflows. So what exactly that they have done it, they created the in-house chat GPT in way back in 2023. They launched the internal powered assistant specifically designed for wealth advisor, the document search and information retrieval needs, right? And the implementation demo. So what they have done is they also created the implementation demonstrate in a way that They invested extensively in the user training programs, developed robust content evaluation framework to ensure information accuracy, and treated this as a human AI collaboration. So they integrated that human element somewhere with this, and that they call this a collaboration project rather than a technology replacement initiative. The outcome speaks for itself. Like search efficiency jumped from 20% to the 80%, but the business impact extend far beyond productive metrics. So advisors gain significantly time for high value, like client facing activities. And this case illustrated perfectly by why human centered AI implementation. So if you ask me, what is the takeaway from this slide? AI, human integrated successful strategy. They started with understanding of human workflows, identify the specific pain points, and then they actually applied that AI enhanced those workflows rather than replace that human expertise. And now you will be seeing in the next slide just reverse of it. Like there is a company called Forward Health, and I maybe some of you have heard about this company. Like so, this is like a cautionary tale that illustrate what happens when AI transformation goes fundamentally wrong. Forward Health represent a 650 million lessons in why technology first approach fails in the complex organization. So they actually they started so it is actually a healthcare startup with ambitious vision, AI powered autonomous care ports that could deliver healthcare services without traditional human medical professionals. Simple. First of all, it is a medical science. It's a medical side of it. So they raised massive funding from prominent investors who believe in the vision of AI-driven healthcare transformation. The contrast, which Morgan Stanley couldn't be more stark, while Morgan Stanley succeeded through the human interaction, Forward Health attempted complete automation with human replacement. So this failure story is critical for our discussion, because if you see what happens, so let me walk you through what exactly happened, and it's a very interesting case study, and it can be very good lesson learned for everybody here. So what happens? Forward Health specific because they illustrated the patterns we must avoid. Their vision was compelling from the technology perspective. AI powered automated care ports. They got the investment of 650 millions raised from the, but the reality was catastrophic because they actually not only find multiple dimensions, they also find technical breakdown occurred regularly. Usability failure made other system difficult for both patients and healthcare co-workers, and because of that the outcome was the complete business failure, and they shut down entirely in 2024, which represent the total loss of investors and a step back for the healthcare AI innovation more broadly. And the root cause is instructive for our framework discussion. One is Forward Health took a technology first approach that completely ignored human workflows, safety requirement, regulatory compliance needs, and complex ecosystem of healthcare delivery. They assumed technology could replace rather than augment human expertise in the high-stake, heavily regulated environment. So this 650 million failure illustrate why technology-centric approaches constantly fail in the complex and organizational environment. Remember, the complex organizational environment, it can good for some of the startups, it can good for, but this I'm sharing with the more bigger, broader organization and based on the research and report. And there are some success and failure comparison as well, like the contrast between Morgan Stanley, what happened, and so success pattern which Morgan Stanley follow. They started by deeply understanding the existing advisor workflows. Actually, they invested heavily in the training programs. They established the specific metrics actually very initially, so they track the progress systematically. They position AI as enhancing human capabilities rather than replacing humans. So whatever I'm just sharing, they leverage their deep understanding of wealth management to guide AI implementations as well. And also they implemented the gradually learn from user feedback, like design thinking approach. They go system continuously. While when we think about Forward Health, I think they adopted the technology first approach. They started with AI capabilities and tried force fit them into the healthcare delivery. I think they assume they believe their interface was intuitive enough that extensive training wasn't necessary, and they had ambitious vision, but they lacked specific measurable success criteria, and they attempted revolutionary change rather than. So the key insight here is that emerged from that analyzing hundreds of AI implementations in this, success consistently comes from human-centered AI implementation. That is one. Organization that starts with understanding of human needs, workflows, and the constant then apply strategic uh, to enhance those human capabilities like activities and sustainable capabilities. Now, with that, what we can learn, like with this particular case studies, what are the red flags that predict AI initiatives failure? And I have categorized in just like 5 warning signs. And if you will be able to see these warning signs, you will be able to correlate it with it. The number one is no ROI measures while within 6 months of pilot launch. This usually indicates lack of clear business objectives, insufficient success and criteria definition. So generally we don't, if you don't observe ROI measurement, I think this is going to be one of the warning signs. Second warning sign could be less than 30% user adoption after 90 days. Low adoption rate signals fundamental problems with workflows, integration, and is insufficient like user training, poor user experience design. Warning sign number 3 is more about technology teams working in isolation from business units. Today we are solving, so one of the things which I'm always learning is we call this AI journalist. Today you need to become an AI journalist. You don't need to own AI. You just need to solve the problem using AI, right? So AI journalists like solving the problem. So if you're owning the technology and teams and everything, but are they sitting with the business or not? That need to be very critical. So technical teams building AI solution without deeping business involvement, they consistently create solutions that technically sound but don't solve real business problems, right? And then missing government, like governance specifically, we are talking about in the previous slide is so for ethics and risk management. So what happens? People get into the risk and ethics when they deploy everything and they found about something. Absence of AI ethics broad bias detection protocols. Nowadays, like so many people are seeing this, explanatory requirement of risk management procedures create compliance risk and everything. And the last one, but not the least, is I think executive disengagement after initial announcement. When executive announces the AI initiatives with fanfare, but then delegate responsibility and reduce their personal involvement. So of course, like it should be more about. So this warning signs appears more than like 90% of Stalin AI projects, which I've seen in this report. And most important prevention strategy for this is it's very straightforward. Like established clear success metrics, upfront, measurable progress regularly, maintain executive engagement, ensure cross-functional collaboration. Very straightforward, right? Like we're talking about implementing governance process. Now, next 2 slides, and I'm just gonna come into the end of the presentation somewhere. I'm going to give you 90 days leadership checklist. And you must be having this question, Amit. Yes, I know you talked about case studies. You talked about what should be done, what has happened in the past, what is happening. Okay, what is in it for me? So this 2 slides is going to give you, I think it's going to give you something on that you can take it back. Like, and right. So the 90 days leadership checklist, and this actually so this is, you can call this immediate transformation roadmap. The specific time-bound action that consistently differentiates successful AI leaders from those who struggle with implementation. I have been reading a lot of other research papers, and I found this is one of the prominent research outcome and wonderful successful model for the checklist. So you can call this checklist, or you can call this framework, you can call this the 90 days roadmap. So week 1, you should get started with the AI Governance Council first. Established cross-functional leadership team, including representatives from business units, IT, legal, HR, executive leadership. This council provides strategic oversight, resolves conflict, allocate the resources, and ensure alignment across that organization level. In the week 2, think about high impact use cases. You just need to define what are my top 3 high impact use cases. Select specific AI application. We call this as a pilot project, right? Like specific AI application with clear ROI metrics and success criteria. Focus on use cases that provide measurable business value, have manageable technical complexity, and can demonstrate success within 3 to 6 months. And the week 3, you can think about launch AI literacy program initially. And you will be surprised, Amit, you're not talking about technology here. Right? I'm still in the human side of it. And you'll get to the technology later on. So begin organization, like any organization who want to begin like organization-wide capability building that goes beyond tools and training, that includes strategic thinking about AI application, which is more about ethical consideration, change management, collaboration. Remember that we talked about 70-20-10 rule. People transformation must be use your primary investment. And the fourth week should be establish the data quality audit, right? Conduct a comprehensive infrastructure readiness assessment, which including the data quality evaluation, system integration capabilities, security protocols, technical architecture reviews. Many pilot projects fail because, by the way, one of the things which I just want to say, many of the pilot project fails because of foundational data and infrastructure aren't AI ready. So you need to think about that very strongly. And now we'll jump from the week 4 to week 6 because you will take some time in these 2 weeks. So week 6 more about create AI ethic board, which means form a governance body with a technical, legal, business expertise to establish risk management and compliance framework. And the week 8 is starts with your pilot project. And here we talk about the technology and the trace. Choose the specific pilot implementation with 30 days or 60 days measurement cycle that provide rapid feedback, loops for learning, iterations, right? And then you will also find so this checklist isn't theoretical. It's your practical roadmap derived from analyzing organization that successfully scaled at AI. And this actually the timing is intentionally aggressive because competitive advantage goes for organization that moves quickly while maintaining the strategic discipline. So 6, if you think about, 8 weeks are so fast, I think it's going to be late for you if you're thinking about 6 month or 1 year project, because after 1 year, 6 months, you will find that different technology will come in. So this could be an immediate transformation roadmap for you. And you will say, Amit, I know all of this, but what happens is we are not getting into the skills and the people side of it, right? So actually this particular slide will give you the what are my role and skill metrics look like for 90 days target. What do the success metrics look like? What is the primary responsibilities? Who's going to do what? And this is very typical 4 or 5 roles which I've catered, but it depends upon your organization accountability framework. So you can consider some of the critical roles. So like CEO executive role, which will be more about strategy and governance oversight, ensuring initiative with business strategy. So whatever we have been thinking and talking so far in this particular session, this is actually a combining, okay, let's take a human metrics first, right? Did you remember that 3 pillar framework? And there was an important pillar one missing in that side of it, is called technology, right? So that technology is going to be your backbone for everything. But generally what happens nowadays, industries are not able to adopt AI because they focus on the technology first. They hire AI engineer, they hire machine learning scientists and all of those people, and they started creating the product, but they don't see the other side of it, right? Because that's the reason it's difficult. And the ones they're getting into, and recently there is a huge vibe coding things are happening, right? A lot of people are creating no code applications. And I don't want to name out for some of this, but you will see there is a huge trend of cursor AI recently happened because people are creating the no code applications and they are able to sell the product. They are able to create the product in just few days and they're able to sell it to the customers. And it is a CRM product and they are all most like they just need to give the prompt and the platform itself is giving you the whole product, right? But what happened recently, the AI, the code burst happened, and a lot of client and they started facing the issues. Their data is they are not able to log in. There's something issues are happening. But what happened in that science of it, people who created the product with the AI or that cursor.ai is a tool name. They are actually not going to, because they don't know the backend. They just know the front end, what the knowledge, right? So it's very difficult for them to now rectify what the root cause, what is the challenge, where are they, because they haven't created. So these kind of things are at risk right now. People are suffering, facing this kind of challenges. And that is where I always emphasize non-negotiable AI governance essential, which is first, there are 5 non-negotiable governance, and that is like, one is like human oversight required. So anything, everything in AI, all customer facing AI decision must include human review and approval mechanism. This ensures accountability, maintains relationship quality, and prevents automated. So, so this is one of the important thing. Nowadays, a lot of interviews are happening through that AI protocol, and there are bias detection mechanism also need to be implemented recently. So we call this bias detection. So regular testing, the monitoring must be implemented for all AI models that process people data, including hiring, lending, customer service, and personalization algorithms. Bias detection isn't one-time testing. It's required ongoing monitoring as model learn and data changes, because it's a process, right? And the third one is more specifically like explainable AI documentation. So like clear audit trails must be maintained for regularly, like compliance, customer inquiries, and internal reviews. Like if you are able to maintain that level of document, stakeholder must be able to understand how AI system make decisions, especially in the regulated industries of highly stakes applications are there, right? The fourth one more specifically on the performance monitoring. So monthly model performance reviews. Nowadays, every day, if you see in the advancement of the models, like there are many other models like Grok, ChatGPT, and OpenAI, and all of those, Anthropic. What is happening is they're upgrading. So recently, as a pilot project I have done, I created my own LLM recently at my home. So I have a home desktop PC which has 32 GB RAM and like 2 TB like hard disk, and I try to create the local chat GPT, my own LLM version, which and I try to create some. So my intention was how I can save my data, which and I still get the same capabilities of AI. Of course, you can't get that same level of capabilities which these models are getting trained, but you are still getting somewhere which you can get as a organizational level. So I was doing some pilot project for my learning purpose, because I'm doing my research. So I wanted to create some model on my behavioral science using AI, how to create the positive habits. So somewhere I was doing, and then I created. So what happens in that particular science? Actually, it takes, even though I have a 32 GB RAM, it takes a lot of time which for computing, for analyzing. Today, if you go to the chat GPT or any of this like tools, you will see the faster the response, because the backends are very strong. The chips they are using, the NVIDIA, all of the processor they are using. But still, there is a huge performance monitoring concern still there. Like if you deploy your in-house kind of LLM. So you need to think about that as aspect as well. And the last one is clear escalation paths. Like defined procedure must exist for AI-related incidents, including technical failure, ethical concerns, regularly inquiries, and customer complaints. You need to validate, review when problem occurs, then immediate response capabilities, prevent small issues. So nowadays, these are getting more prominent in the space of agentic AI and automation AI. There are two industries are gaining more momentum. One is the customer side, customer service side of it, and still they are getting more trained. And there's another is like the BPO call center side of it. So they are having very amazing tools where you can create the customer success completely on that AI. So think about like now thinking about the compliance framework. So there are a lot of compliance framework which I'm going to share in this slide, which is AI regulation is accelerating in globally, but there are key developments are happening in the industry of how high risk of AI system requires. Like we have one in Europe body, we have in US body, China, and there are many other bodies are also there. There are also global regulatory developments are happening, and you just need to review and keep searching around it, what is happening. So one of the industry specific regulation recently came out of healthcare AI faces. So healthcare AI faces FDA oversight requirement with medical devices classification and clinical validation standards. So based on your industry, if you're from the financial side of it, you must be comply within the fair lending laws, and which needs to be taken care of because it's going to be a future. So I have talked about enough in the framework. Now we have also given the talk about 90 days checklist. But what about metrics, right? So you will be thinking about Amit, what about metrics? So I'll just give you three metrics that matter most. There are many metrics, but three metrics which can help you to understand about your AI is successful or not. The first one is adoption rate. Percentage of target users actively using AI tools in their daily workflows. So target could be 70% plus adoption by 6 months, something like this. I think why it matters, because the low adoption typically indicates workflow integration problems, insufficient trainings, or maybe poor user experiences designs. And the second one is more about process efficiency, right? And how do you can map this? Like time and cost reduction achieved in the pilot workflows where AI has been implemented, right? For example, if you think about 20 to 30% improvements in measuring efficiency metrics, something like that, you can think about is a target. And the last one, but not the least, is the ROI. Of course, everybody is talking about the money here, right? So like compare before and after metrics for the time to completion, error rates, and resource utilization and quality scores. So what happens is like positive ROI by months 8 to 18 depends upon the implementation complexity. So it takes from 8 to 18 months, but totally depends, right? And you can review this as a monthly basis, like you have a dashboard or something where you can review this. Now, I'm on time. I just want to close this whole workshop in just 1 hour. So I would like you, this is the moment where intention transform into the action, where strategy becomes like more about implementation, and where discussion becomes like commitment. So what I want you to engage in the exercise that will significantly increase your likelihood of AI transformation success. So what I want you to type your answers in this question. What are the two most important action you will personally take in the next 30 days to advance AI transformation in your organization? You just need to use chat option here. If you can just write. So your commitment should be specific and actionable. Instead of exploring AI options, commit to from AI Governance Council by October 1st. Instead of improving AI knowledge, or maybe you can complete AI strategy training, something like that. If you can just write on the chat. 80% efficiency, people enablement. Praveen is saying. Human amplifier, wonderful, Lakshman. I think this is very good. Wonderful. Complete AI strategy training, wonderful. Process efficiencies, making people adaptable, very nice. Trained workforce on the AI, use of AI audit, wonderful. See, my intention was to give you what is happening in the world, what is that. So I just want to make you to make two commitments from this session so you can think about it later on. Productivity improvement, seamless and efficiency workflow, wonderful. I can see there are a lot of, yeah, I think we will get more. Okay, focus on people. Okay, upskilling, successfully integrated. Great, wonderful, wonderful. All right. And with that in my mind, I'm going to give you another four things, which is more about accountability principles. And most of you will know about this, but you can use this accountability principles in your AI as well. So 4 categories of commitment. You can think about 4 categories. One is the people side of it. I can see there are a lot of AI audits, people development, which is coming under the people. There is a measurement, which is KPIs. 80% I've seen some of the people have wrote about it. Strategy, which is like efficiency. Sorry, strategy is more about the governance council, use cases definition, and the process, which is more about the pilot projects you're going to be doing it. So when you think about these 4 categories, now what I've done is I've given you the free form of commitment. Now think about, okay, I think I should focus on people. Oh, no, I think I should focus on strategy today. Remember, my only ask for you today from this whole session is don't think AI is only the technology. Technology is one piece of it. Definitely, it is must to have piece, but there are so much of resources and advancement is already available. But the challenge is the organization is not speeding up with the technology speeding, right? So we need to map this together. And with that, in my mind, I just wanted to show you this picture. So we have covered substantial ground together in our time today. You now process the research based framework which I have shared with you, right? Most importantly, you have the specific actionable steps to take you in first 30 days. Some of you have already wrote about it. But here is the fundamental truth. Whatever I have given you today, that is information. And I'm coming with my neuroscience mindset now, because that is my one of the passions. Information without action is merely intellectual entertainment. Whatever I have given to you, you will be getting this recording. Go back and you will maybe listen again, or you will ask ChatGPT or someone to summarize it. You have so much of resources available today. Knowledge without implementation creates business value. Frameworks without execution generates no competitive advantage. Simple, right? So the reality check is, the question isn't where AI will transform your industry, it's where you will lead the transformation. It is up to you. With that in mind, the framework exists, technology is ready. The only variable is your leadership courage to act. So that is where this AI learning. So we won't need to get expert on the AI, but we need to get expert on how to use AI. So this whole presentation, the list of, I've been done a lot of research on this list of references, which I can show here. With that in mind, I just wanted to say thank you for your extraordinary engagement, your throughout your support, your comments, I have prepared a comprehensive resource toolkit that include detailed AI readiness assessment tools, step-by-step implementation template. You can say the short book of this whole 1 hour session. And it will also have the role-based responsibilities. But you just need, I will be publishing this to my newsletter, which is the mindfulness intelligence. So you can find more about me in my website. Like maybe I can just share this link here. Okay, just give me one moment. I'm just sharing my link here. So you can just find my link, my newsletter and my LinkedIn page here. So feel free to share, follow the page which I have. I'm going to share the toolkit. You will get the PPT as well in that particular newsletter, and I'll be sharing the lesson learned more into the short form of it. Remember, the future belongs to that AI ready, and the time to act is now. I am to support your transformation journey beyond today's session. If you want in the future, you want to discuss something, this is my topic. I'm very passionate about it. Let's continue to this conversation. If you want to get more understanding in the future, I will more this. So I will be pausing here for another 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes for any question and answer. Feel free to ask any questions, or Preetham, if you want to summarize anything, if you want to any questions, if I can answer here.
Absolutely, Amit. Thank you very much for a wonderful session, first of all. And I can see the questions we have got in the chat box, so I'll read it for you. We'll be taking some questions, right, as we still have a time. I can see we have got three questions from Aniruddha. Is asking, the first question is hackathons to improve adoption. I think something is a concern. So he has mentioned 3 points: review existing data architecture strategy and introduce data governance structure roles, increase customer engagement to seek digital feedback on business value improvement with AI. I think he mentioned about the concern, not the question, not an issue. Okay, so the next question that we have got from Orasanya asking, will AI not impact human brain?
Sorry, can you repeat it again? Can AI not
Sure.
human? Yeah, please.
Will AI not impact human brain?
It's already impacting, by the way. It's a very good question, actually. So one of the thing is, nowadays, if you see, the biggest training is happening nowadays called design thinking. And the outcome of the design thinking is the problem solving. So nowadays, even education system, like I haven't been reading. So I have like my daughter, 7 years old, and she use a lot of AI nowadays to just to play around. But what is happening today? We are actually losing that side of that problem solving, right? So it is already impacting, because it's so good part of AI is it has amazing resources. But at the same time, are you resource depend on completely on that AI? And nowadays, if you see the freshers on the organizations nowadays, they are using the AI-based codes to create the programs. If you ask them to create the program from scratch, they cannot do it. If tomorrow we don't have AI, so nowadays, like I've heard that Amazon has stopped using the ChatGPT in the organization because of some. So AI is already impacting that human mind, but if you're using that more mindfully in a way that it is helping you not to solve your problem completely, but it is enabling you to reach to the destination faster while solving with you, right? So it is as like that. I hope I have answered your question.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Amit, for answering this one. The next question we have got from Parikshit asking, we understand that data quality is needed, but a lot of times AI is being implemented to correct data collection issues. How are such projects to be viewed? For example, using OCR to capture invoice data, address correction in logistic, etc.
Yeah, I think this is a good question. So I think so definitely see, generally either you can go with two models. One is you correct the data initially, but what happens is most of the organizations today are not ready with the right data. So what they're doing is they're doing the pilot with a limited set of data, and they're so in my program which I've done this AIML, right? So data cleaning is one of the biggest exercise generally we do it. Like whenever you are running some kind of programs, you have to do the data cleaning, which can come from maybe OCR or maybe some kind of like hypothetical data in the market. There are a lot of research website where you can find about data. By the way, data quality is the foundational for AI success. If you garbage in, garbage out, no matter how sophisticated your AI algorithms are, poor data quality will undermine your entire initiatives. One of the biggest concern for today is how we can upgrade our data, right? And a lot of organizations are paying huge amount of money to just work on the data cleaning, and they are hiring the data science, scientific data science engineer. That is where this data science roles are there, not like AI engineer, right? That's the reason they are working more closely. So data science. So just to answer your question, like it has to go with the process. Like you have to establish the data governance framework clearly, clear data. So you need to find out, assign the clear data, which I mentioned one of the slider, right? You need to create that, implement that automated data validation process as well, like with set of categories. What is getting into the inconsistencies, what is data getting into the so you need to identify what are my algorithms which follow what is the right data for your organization. And also like very important is continuously monitoring and improvement. So data is continuous process. Like even though you felt like, oh, we have done 100% cleaning, but you have to do follow, right? And of course, like one of the strategic recommendation for data quality, make data quality is a strategic priority. Invest in data infrastructure. Remember I told you about 70-20-10 resource allocation model, which is actually a very good. So I hope I have answered in multiple format of it. But if you have any specific question for a specific segment, I can answer you over the LinkedIn if you can follow.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Amit, for answering this one. We'll take last two questions as we are almost done with the scheduled time for the Q&A. So I would love to request all the participants, feel free to reach out to Amit. We have already shared his link. I have already shared his LinkedIn profile link in the chat box. You can check it out and please feel free to reach out to him. I believe he's more than happy to help you all as we have already done with the scheduled time. So we might miss some questions that is coming from the participants. So please so we'll be taking last two questions for today. I can see the question that we have got from Yamini. Uh, the framework listed were exam point of view or its concept involving in explaining the core of AI implication solving. I think she
Yeah.
mentioned about the concern.
Is that the concern
All
or is
right.
it okay?
Yeah, it's just concern. I believe so. So I'll just moving forward to the next question. Will AI not lead to loss of employment for some employees in some work sector in the nearest future?
I think this is already happening right now, right? So it is not will, it is already in the present moment, right? So you see, there's a lot of AI job displacement analysis reports are already there. People are not calling it is more like because of AI, because there are multiple reasons it, but it's already happening. Because what is happening, and I'll just give you a very simple example. If you have a developer in your organization who used to work for 3 months and creating one project, Today, the same code can be developed in 2 to 3 days using that AI and with highest accuracy. I'm not saying that developer is not able to do it. Of course, that human touch is there, but is that the developer was doing that repetitive task again and again? So think about that. What is the task is more repetitive? It can be replaceable very fast. And I'll give you a couple of like major tech companies have already eliminated over 77,000 positions in 2000. This is the data of 2025 only. Because of AI is not actually replacing, AI automation is replacing everything. AI is not replacing that skills. AI automation is replacing the problem solving capabilities. Think about that in your mind, right? So if AI can replace, solve any problem with automation, anything around that particular problem statement, people are solving it. If it AI is faster, it can be replaceable. So customer, I'll give you a couple of examples. Most risk, the job, which jobs are there more risk? And this is one of my favorite topic generally, because I'm coming from that AI for good mindset. It is like more about making it better word with the AI initiatives. I was using that in my presentation, the customer service representatives, right? It is already 80% automation done. Data entry clerks, which is already 7.5 million position at risk right now. Administrative assistants and secretaries job, that is also going to be risk. Retail cashiers, basic accounting and bookkeeping roles, and medium risk somewhere in the manufacturing workers, transportation employees, some. So there are a lot of risk, and if you want, I have a list of research paper on that I can share with you. But there are critical area which everybody need to think about how they can upskill. So AI today is must have skills, whether you are a fresher, whether you are a CEO. It's for everyone.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Amit, for answering this one. So we'll take this question as the last question for today. Unfortunately, I won't be able to cover all the questions. I can see a lot of questions coming from the participants. I request you all to please reach out to our speaker and please find a help for him. So the question we have got from Lance asking what implicit assumptions could undermine ROI cases?
That's a very good question. And see ROI's cases generally what happen is nowadays. So whenever you say the assumptions, right? Assumptions are very subjective for everyone. For ROI cases, every organization has their own level of assumption. If you think about healthcare, if you think about technology, right? Based on my understanding, and I'm just sharing what I've been learning, and I could be probably like some of the areas specifically answer to this, but based on my understanding, whenever you're thinking about ROI, right, you always think about at the bigger scale. So think about the most dangerous implicate assumption people are nowadays thinking about technology alone drives value, which I've been keep talking about. The assumption is AI tool will automatically generate value once deployed. But 70% of AI failure systems because they are people and process issues. We always kind of assume, oh, our data is AI ready. We fetch whatever we have, and that we let LLMs to decide and create for us, right? Actually, most organizations discover major data quality issues only after pilot deployment. And they are because you know what AI is like. If you get the good data, you will get the is exactly very simple fundamental truth of prompt. If you produce the better prompt, you'll produce the better output from the chat GPT, even though you are using Pro or you're using the free version, right? Another assumption which I always patient about, adoption will happen organically. I think what happens is user will naturally embrace AI tools without significantly change management. This session was whole about the change mindset, change management, right? Less than 30% user adoption after 90 days is actually warning sign. So there are many ways to think about assumptions, right? Costs are limited to software license, ROI will follow the linear. So you can think n number of things. But my only suggestion for any of this particular segment, right? Think about your industry first, your infrastructure. What is that risk factors? What are that cost? What are that sort of like so there is a technique called assumption mapping exercises, which is actually you should have three questions. What would have to be true? So maybe I can talk later. I have since we have more very less time to talk about, but I can talk with you, Lance, if you can connect with me over LinkedIn or somewhere, or maybe you can send me that email. I will share these details with you with some PDFs which I have been doing a lot of readings here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I mean, I absolutely understand we have a very less time and we have a lot of talk on this. So we'll be definitely reaching out to you again if we have another session on this, for sure. So, Amit, before I proceed further, I would love to hear final thoughts from you for all our participants today.
See, I've been talking a simple final thought for everything what I've been talking about. I think it is more about human AI integration today. Like if you go any part of that AI implementation, I think you need to include that the brain behind that AI, right? It should not go into the automation way. That is one. The second is it's a journey evolving very, very fast. Whatever I'm sharing it today, maybe will change after 6 months. The biggest lesson learned which I have been doing it, don't wait for to learn. Just start doing it. Start doing it, fail fast, learn fast. That's a simple methodology today. If you will fail, you will learn automatically. If you will not, if you wait, like, since I'm coming from the training, earlier it used to have 3 days workshop, AI, AWS. We will have to have like a Microsoft training now. Now it's a part of the activity in your day-to-day life. So you have to adopt that mindset. AI should not wait. It is not waiting. It is a Ferrari more than faster car in the world right now. You just need to learn how to drive that car. That's it. You don't need to chase that car. You just need to learn how to drive that car. If you are able to drive that car very well, you will reach your destination faster than everybody else. That's it from my side. Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Thank you very much for sharing wonderful thoughts, Amit. Thank you so much for amazing session again. Of course, it was a first session. It's a first session that we have on this AI leadership, and it was amazing. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
your
everyone.
time. Yes.
Thank you.
So as I mentioned earlier, that we do have some great announcement for all of you. So this is regarding today's certification on certified generative AI for leaders and certified generative AI experts. So you can opt out for this certification with this promo code. You can use this promo code to get amazing discount where we are providing 20% off on this, as the certifications are lifetime validator certification, which comes along with the learning resources where you'll be getting a lot of case studies to work on, e-learnings and book of knowledge. The certifications are lifelong learnings, which comes along with the learning flexibility. Also, you'll be getting a chance to connect with our training partner channel, and you'll be having an opportunity to work on the capstone project. So to grab this opportunity, you'll find the offer details and the link in the chat box. Also, would love to inform you all, we do have this utility tool where you can use this promo code, which is August 1000. How it will be helping you, this tool will help you to improve your LinkedIn profile score, your AI skill score, right? Also, it will help you to build your personal brand. So please check the link that I've already shared in the chat box. You can use this code again to get 100% off on this, and this is only for our webinar attendees. So do grab this opportunity also. So I'm very happy to inform you all. Tomorrow we'll be having a second session of this webinar series with James Kelly, and he'll be taking us through the topic that is AI strategy for executives driving innovation and growth. So please do join us on 16th September, that is tomorrow, with the same time slot, that is 8:30 a.m. Central and 9:30 p.m. Singapore time. I hope to see you all for the tomorrow session as well. Also, we are running this AI tool challenge for 28 days, and we have already done with the 19 days challenges, and it's going so interesting. So please do join us for the remaining challenges, as we do have invited this amazing panel of AI expert who are giving a live demos and practical walkthroughs on the different AI tool, and that is gonna very helpful for all of you. So please do join us. And also, you can refer your friends and colleagues to our session, and by doing that, you can earn rewards that is worth $400. And remember one thing: referring people to knowledgeable session, you're already taking a step ahead and becoming a thoughtful leader. And by doing that, you can enhance your credibility. And guess what? Top three winners will be featured on the GSDC Wall of Fame. And as we do have these three winners as of now, they referred maximum people to our AI Leadership Mastery session. And I'm very happy to inform you all, we'll be announcing all the winners at the end of this webinar series. So you still have a time till Friday to refer maximum people and you can be the winner. Also, you can check this leaderboard where how many points that you have referred so far on our event web page link. If you want, I would love to share my screen quickly to show you all how the leaderboard looks like, where you can check your all points that you have gained so far. Just give me a minute. I hope my screen is visible. Here we go. You can just access our event web page link and you'll able to see the event details. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll find the leaderboard legends where you'll be able to see the search bar where you can put your name and you can see how many points that you have earned so far. So we have Emmanuel, he has earned 106 points. So let me tell you all, if you earn 50 points, you'll be getting a rewards from our side. Whoever earns 50 or more than that, you'll be getting a rewards from our side. However, top three winners will be featured on the GSDC Wall of Fame. As you can see, these three winners we have, Emmanuel, Vipin and Anand. So thank you very much for referring maximum people to our session. Coming back to the main slide. All right. So okay, so if you want to be a speaker for our upcoming event, you can definitely reach out to us, as we do have platforms like Learning Capsule, webinars, and the podcast. Also, we would love to connect with you all over the social media. You can scan this QR to connect with us over the LinkedIn. You can explore our website, that is www.gsdcouncil.org, to check more information on the certifications that I've mentioned earlier on the AI Leadership Mastery or any other certification if you're looking for. And also you can connect with us over the WhatsApp group to get daily update on the events and the workshop that we do have. And at last, do not forget to share your session takeaway and the learning outcomes on the Trust Pilot. You'll find the link in the chat box. So thank you everyone for joining today's session. It was good to see the large number of audience today. So I hope to see you all for the next session as well. Until then, keep learning. Take care. Thank you very much, Amit, for joining. Thank you so much. Bye bye, everyone.